scoring a touchdown like Logan Tom. You line up on tour, you know that you pump. But Curtis get healthy, you know that he come. You know that he come. Feel like Chase when I come out the edge. Like Big John, I'm trying to get that bread. When the ops see watch, you know they scared. We get that quarterback, know that it's over. AG with the run, he dipping that show. JD with the catch, he crossing you over. You watching one, got it. You watching one, got it. You watching one, got it. You watching one, got it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We got another Washington football team video, and in today's video I'm coming on here to ask you guys a question. So I really want you guys to participate in the comment section down below on today's video topic. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case our Washington football team. Let's get straight into today's video. So the topic of today's video and the question that I want to ask you guys is, should the Washington football team place wide receiver Curtis Samuel on season-ending IR? Now, with Curtis Samuel and this topic, in my opinion at least, I've been, thinking about it and considering it, and it's not like I make the final decisions or anything, but just in my own world and my, fandom, I kind of been, thinking about, putting Curtis Samuel on IR for about a couple weeks now. You know what I'm saying? Because I honestly feel as though that we're hindering Curtis Samuel's, availability because we're trying to force him to be ready this season, and obviously he's not. Now, if you guys don't know, Curtis Samuel has been dealing with a growing injury since May, and he really hasn't been able to fully rested and fully be able to shake back from it. Now, it's obviously a severe injury because he's been dealing with it again since May, and it's now November, and we already put him on IR once. Didn't work. He came and played in the Falcons game. He re-aggravated it. Now, if you guys don't know, in that Falcons game, if you can't remember, we had a ton of injuries. Cam Sims went down, De'Ami Brown went down, Logan Thomas went down, Brandon Sheriff went down. We had a ton of injuries. Torrey McTighe for the rest of the year with the torn ACL. So we really had to tap into our depth, more specifically for the wide receiver position. The coaching staff had Curtis Samuel on a pitching count. They didn't want to play him as much, but they end up having to because we had so much injuries and so many injuries in that game to the wide receiver position. Cam Sims, De'Ami Brown again, Logan Thomas at the tight end position. So we had to play Curtis Samuel more, and that kind of, started the re-aggravation of this growing injury. And who's to say that ever was fully healed? I don't think it ever was. I don't think it is. So that kind of re-aggravated. Then in week 5, remember he sat out the whole week of practice, and that kind of made me think he wasn't going to play, but he ended up playing in the Saints game. And our last play that we seen with Curtis Samuel is when Taylor Heineke threw up a jump ball to him, and I believe it was picked off, and we haven't seen Curtis Samuel since. So he's been out practically since week 5, but more so week 6, week 7, week 8. And I guess you could say week 5 because that was early in the game and he didn't see him since. So he's been out for almost a month, if not a month, and he's still not ready. Where Washington football team is coming off of a bye week, and the first 2 days of practice, Curtis Samuel has been DNPs. Especially today, he was not at practice at all because he was going to the doctors to get an opinion on his groin. And anytime you hear a player going to a doctor to get an opinion, the opinions typically aren't what the players want to hear. So this week is going to be a big week for me, and this week is going to tell me all I need to know about Curtis Samuel in 2021. If Curtis Samuel doesn't play this Sunday, in my opinion, I think we need to just shut him down for the remainder of the 2021 season. What are we forcing it for? We're 2-6 right now. A lot of us, not me, a lot of people think we're going to be 2-7, and I kind of gave away my prediction video for tomorrow, but so yeah, stay tuned for that tomorrow. But a lot of us think that Washington season's pretty much over, right? And we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We don't see no reason to really play Curtis Samuel, or at least I don't. I mean, unless Ron thinks coming off a bye week we can make a late season run at this thing, late playoff push to get the 7th, maybe 6th seed, then you could possibly see the reason why we continue to force Curtis Samuel. But it's not looking like that. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. I'm pretty sure you don't either. So it's like it's no point of continuing to rush Curtis Samuel. I'd rather much have Curtis Samuel for the next 2, maybe 3 years than to try to force him back to play for this 1 year that's seeming like it's not treading in the right direction. That's just my take on it. I really think Curtis Samuel needs to shut it down, because as little movements as, off to the side field, doing the agility ladders, doing bikes, working on the bike, that can re-aggravate it, because just that little movement can irritate the groin. We're way past the let's stretch it out phase. We're way past the let's see if we can do some workouts to, get it going. He needs to just sit down, man. He needs to sit down. The only thing that's going to heal a groin is time. He needs to sit down for about, 2 months. Maybe even 3, because his is severe, obviously, because the difference between him and us guys is we're regular people. We don't have people working on our injuries 24/7. This man has people that can work on his stuff 24/8 for that matter, because even when he goes home, he can call up a personal trainer to, come to his crib and help him even all during his off time. So it's obviously severe. You know what I'm saying? So I really think Washington needs to consider thinking about their future when it comes to Curtis Samuel, than to think about the now. Now, again, like I said, if they truly think we can make a run at this thing, then you continue to try to work on Curtis Samuel. But that's why this week is so big for me. I know I said last week when we played the Broncos, that was pretty much like the season, and rightfully so. But this literally is the season. Like, this is literally it. So, like, if Washington wants to make a late season run, let me put it in quotations, a late season run, they have to win versus Tampa. But if they lose, that's literally wraps. Like, I know we said it was wraps last week when we lost to the Broncos, but no, like, literally, it's wraps if we lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, again, this week is going to be huge for me, because I want to see if Curtis Samuel plays. If he doesn't play and he's out, wrap it up. Wrap it up for Curtis Samuel for the 2021 season. If we play the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and he plays and we lose, I still would consider wrapping it up, because it's no point in him playing no more, because we're not going to make the playoffs. So we might as well let him get a head start on his off season and his treatment, man, and continue to see if he's going to help out us in the future, because I feel like if you try to continue to force him to play and practice and stuff like that, you're not only injuring him now, who know that this groin gets better in the off season, and who knows to say it, who knows whether or not he's going to be ready for the 2022 season. Who knows if this injury is going to carry into the 2022 season, because you got to think about it like this. NFL players, athletes in general, although they have an off season, they really don't have an off season, because in the off season you're preparing for the next in season. So you got to think about it from this standpoint. Not only does he have to practice and play and work out in the in season, off season he's still working out. He's still trying to prepare his body for the in season next year. Obviously, it's a little more relaxed and a little more on your time to do it, but I'm pretty sure Curtis Samuel is going to do it, right? So why not just shut him down and allow his body to heal for the off season, and then he could, be ready for 2022. But again, this week is going to tell me all I need to know. If Curtis Samuel plays, cool. You know what I'm saying? But if we lose, shut him down. But if he doesn't play, like if he's out, you still shut him down. You know what I'm saying? So the only way, again, I see Curtis Samuel playing, if I was Ron Rivera at least, is if you truly think we're going to make a late season run at this thing, and that starts with beating Tampa Bay. If you really want to make a late season run, you have to beat Tampa Bay. If you don't, just call it quits on Curtis Samuel for the 2021 season. At least that's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm intrigued to see what you guys have to say about this. Again, Curtis Samuel didn't practice today. He didn't practice yesterday. We haven't seen him since week 5. So it's kind of getting a little concerning. I mean, it's been concerning for Curtis Samuel. You know what I'm saying? At least for me. Because I want to see this guy. But it's just like, what good are we getting out of continuing to try to force the guy if he's obviously not healthy? And even if he does go out there, who's to say that he doesn't re-aggravate it even more? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's in the best interest of Curtis Samuel and this team to just shut him down for the 2021 season. So yeah, man, there you have it. That's my opinion on it. I'm intrigued to see what you guys have to say about this whole situation. Please go down below in the comment section and leave a comment and tell me, what do you think Washington should do for Curtis Samuel? What is in the best interest of this team and Curtis Samuel moving forward to properly heal this groin? As always, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington football team. I'm out. Peace. Cross me one time, that's gonna get you popped, get you poppin', get you driving, slide.